Yogi Clan, what's up, y'all? Thank you for coming back and joining me in another video. And I just wanted to admit to you that yesterday I was that guy. What do I mean by that? Well, when you're in a motorcycle club, or you don't even have to be in a motorcycle club. It could just be a group of friends, right? You don't want to be that guy. Well, yesterday, Yogi was that guy. So what do I mean by that guy? What does that mean? If you're new here to Yogi Cycle Service, I thank you for stopping by and checking out this video. I'm Yogi, and here at Yogi Cycle Service, we do like everything motorcycle or Yogi related. Parts, reviews, tips, tricks, whatever is related to motorcycles. I put it on this channel. If you're a returning subscriber, I thank you for coming back and watching this video. And if you're not a subscriber, what's up with that? Come on, man. Give a brother some love. Mash that subscribe button. If you like the video, hit that like button. If you like what you see, check around, surf around. Check out some of my other videos. So what did I do yesterday? What did Yogi get himself into yesterday? Well, yesterday we had an event on the other side of the state. It was a good ride from home, so I decided I'm going to take the bagger. So I packed it up because I had to leave at about 5:30 in the morning. I had it packed up the night before. Bike seems to be running great. Everything's doing good. I am so happy. I'm so excited to go for a ride and get some knees in the breeze and some seat time. I was pretty stoked about that. So I hopped on the bike, took off from home, and about 2 miles from my house, I hit a traffic light. And this light is notorious for it not sensing motorcycles sitting there. So I sat there for about 2-3 minutes, and right as I was getting ready to just say, the heck with it, it's 5:15 in the morning, I'm going through this light. I looked down and my temperature light on the bike came on. I'm only 2 miles from home. I'm like, well, that's odd. So I ride it another 15 minutes to our destination. The light never goes off. I stop. We're meeting the guys at McDonald's. I stop next door at the gas station. I fill up on gas. I turn the engine ignition to run. I twist back on the throttle. It is a 2014 Ultra Limited. I twist the throttle all the way back. It kicks the fan on. I hear the fan on. I'm assuming my cooling system is working properly. At this point, my temperature light was not on. I start the bike up, go around the parking lot, go into McDonald's, meet the guys, hit the road. We get 10 miles down the road, approximately, and the stupid temp light, and it's 64 degrees out, and we didn't hit a traffic light. We're rolling the whole time. So there's air flowing over the engine, so I'm not thinking that, why is this temp light coming on? This is not right. It's not running hot. The bike is not hot. And then the check engine light came on at the same time. I'm like, oh crap. This is not good. Thankfully, the direction we were going was in the general direction of my house. So I was able to detour the entire pack down to my house and bring a pack of bikes and cars that were following us into our little neighborhood area. Sorry, neighbors, if you're watching this video. Yes, I do realize it was about 6:20 in the morning when this happened. Maybe 6:30. Sorry for waking you all up on a Saturday morning with loud bikes. My bad. So I turned it off, rolled down my driveway to the garage, pushed my bike in the garage, broke the fat boy out of the garage, flipped on my gear from one to the other, hopped on the fat boy, and off I went. And enjoyed the day on Miss Piggy, which, starting that up at 6:30 in the morning by the house, my neighbors, I'm sure, right now are hating me. But what the heck happened? And why do I classify myself as that guy? Well, let me tell you why I classify myself as that guy. Because our road captain preaches to us, go over your bikes, make sure they're ready. If you're going on a road trip, make sure they're ready and they're running properly. You don't want to break down and be that guy that holds the pack up. Well, I didn't hold the pack up, and it only caused us to be 20 minutes late to our destination. So I only lost us about 20 minutes of time. Thank goodness. But it could have been a lot worse. I could have been 2 hours from home, and the check engine light came on, and I broke down. So this morning, I pulled up the bike, I put it into diagnostic mode, and I did, and a whole list of error codes came up. I was like, oh my goodness. So from the ECM, error code P1019, which from what I see is ECT difference, meaning high temp. So I think it's just saying, hey, you had a high temp. The next one was a speedo code, actually, U0141. And it's some kind of speedo connection. It sounds like a wiring thing, but I don't have any problems with my speedo, so I don't know what that's all about. And then last one was RND. Error code B1306, B1342, and B1350, which all have to deal with ones like left rear speaker open connection, left rear right speaker open connection, the boom system open connection. Well, I think it's because I had my tour pack off and it was all unplugged, so I can eliminate all those codes. The one that I can't eliminate is the ECM, the P1019, my check engine light, and the temperature light. So here's what I think may have happened. I don't know really what may have happened. I'm gonna have to test some systems. But yes, yesterday I was that guy. I'm wondering if my water pump gave up the ghost, or maybe I think there's some thermostats in that line along there somewhere. Maybe it could be electrical. It could be a sensor down there that tells it when to open and close and run. I don't know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull off the cover of the water pump, and we're going to film all this. This is kind of my game plan at the moment. I haven't had much time to really look at this, study this, digest this, so I'm just bringing you this video letting you know that yesterday I was that guy. I don't have any solutions on this video yet. I don't have any answers. I haven't done any research. I haven't looked at anything, but I know I have a problem with my cooling system somewhere. So here are the things I do know. Number one, bike has 74,000 miles and I've never flushed the coolant in there, or the cooling system. Yes, I know. Oh my gosh, and you work on motorcycles and you don't maintain it? No. sometimes, you know, the cobbler's son doesn't get a new pair of shoes. You know what I'm saying? The bus driver's holiday, whatever little euphemism you want to use for that. No, not all the time. I get to work on my own bikes. Sometimes it's a time issue. Sometimes it's a money issue. So let's just say, here I am at 70,000 miles. I've never flushed the system. So I know at a bare minimum, I'm going to have to flush the system, which if I work on the system is going to happen anyways. So I will need to flush the system. Since all that has been in there, I don't think there's anything wrong with the radiator. At least I hope there's not. I think it's either a water pump or a thermostat type issue, or maybe a sensor. I mean, I hope it's not a water pump, because I looked at those yesterday briefly and they're like $700 for a water pump. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like, I got one for like my pickup truck and it was $150. What the heck? Well, I guess it's the difference between belt driven versus an electric one. But anyways, I digress. Something is going on with my cooling system. So I'm thinking, you know, hey, let's pull the cover to the pump off. Let's do the thing where we turn the ignition switch to the on position, twist the throttle, get the fan to run, and let's see if we can feel if the pump is even running. So that's what's going on. I was that rider yesterday, so yes, I'm in my pickup truck today. Okay, so I've done a little research, figured out a few things, and here's what I've learned in just about 20 or 30 minutes of exploring last night. Found out that for models 2014 to either 2016, 2017, basically the Mount Rushmore bikes, the water pump is a known problem, and they don't even make that water pump anymore. So you can't get that water pump anymore. Well, I guess you can still get the water pump, but it's labeled obsolete. So finding them, I guess they're not producing them anymore. So what they've done is they've taken the pump that's in a Milwaukee 8 engine and modified the cooling system to make it work for one of the twin cam Mount Rushmore bikes. That's the solution. So for $250, you can buy a kit that has a new mounting bracket for the new water pump and new hoses and a new thermostat, is what I'm understanding. Now, don't quote me on this. Motor company has a 7-page bulletin on the installation of this water pump. So, yeah, I guess it's pretty in-depth, huh? And the biggest thing I think that's going to come out of this is just making sure that there's no air in the system. So I'm sure I will put out a video really detailing all of this. I just kind of want to give you a heads up quick of what I found last night. And I think, honestly, I'm debating, do I look for the problem, like if it's a thermostat, do I look for that and just replace that? Or do I just, say the heck with it, let's just get rid of the whole darn thing? Because I would really hate to work on this, flush it all out, make it good, and then in 2 months down the road, the water pump fails anyways. I mean, why spend however much, $20, $30 in fluid, $30 to fix the part, I'm $60 into it now, or just get the kit for $250 and then buy the fluid and spend $300 all day, not even, probably $275, and just be done with it and have it in my rearview mirror and know that it's never going to haunt me again. Like, apparently there really aren't any problems, from what I understand, with the Milwaukee 8 water pump, but there is a definite known problem with the Mount Rushmore series from, I think really it goes from 14 to 16. I think in 2017 is when they started making the switch. So they have this whole conversion kit just because they know there's a problem with the pump. So why they didn't do a recall on it, I mean, I wish they would have done a recall and fixed it. I just drive it on in and have them fix it. But whatever. Is what it is at this point in time. It's just when you have a known and you've now labeled the part obsolete, why don't you recall that and fix that? Because that's a headache. And I saw many a thread where people were like, oh yeah, we fixed this one problem, but then 2 months later the pump went out anyways. So I guess we'll just go ahead and do the whole thing. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I think that's what my video is going to be geared towards. So stay tuned. I'll bring that to you. All right, y'all. Thanks for joining. And I'll catch you on the next video. All right, y'all. Peace.